Spring is the perfect season to infuse your wardrobe with timeless vintage charm. At Fashion Flow and Style, we believe that fashion should celebrate femininity, grace, and enduring style. This season, let's take inspiration from the past. Think flowing midi dresses, delicate florals, and structured silhouettes that never go out of fashion. Whether you're drawn to the romanticism of the 1950s or the bohemian vibes of the 1970s, vintage-inspired looks offer sophistication and versatility. In this video, we'll explore 20 stunning ways to incorporate retro elements into your spring wardrobe while keeping it fresh and modern. Now, let's dive into the world of vintage glamour. No vintage-inspired wardrobe is complete without the iconic fit and flair dress. This timeless silhouette, popularized in the 1950s, cinches at the waist and flares out gracefully, creating a feminine and flattering shape. Perfect for spring, opt for lightweight fabrics like cotton or chiffon in playful prints, polka dots, gingham, or delicate florals. Pair with kitten heels or ballet flats for a polished daytime look, or dress it up with pearls and a structured handbag for an evening out. The fit and flare dress is incredibly versatile, working for brunch dates, garden parties, or even a stylish day at the office. For a modern twist, try a midi-length version with puff sleeves or a subtle wrap detail. This dress proves that vintage fashion never fades, it only gets better with time. Floral prints are a spring essential, but vintage-inspired florals bring an extra layer of elegance. Think ditzy blooms, watercolor petals, or bold retro prints reminiscent of the 1960s. A floral midi dress with a nipped-in waist or a blouse tucked into a high-waisted skirt creates a refined, feminine look. To keep it from feeling costumey, balance bold prints with neutral accessories, tan leather belts, woven straw bags, or nude pumps. For cooler days, layer with a cropped cardigan or a tailored blazer. Vintage florals are perfect for garden weddings, afternoon tea, or simply adding a touch of romance to your everyday style. The key is to choose prints that feel intentional, whether delicate and muted or vibrant and statement-making.
Polka dots are a vintage staple that effortlessly transitions into modern spring fashion. Whether you prefer small, scattered dots or bold, graphic prints, this pattern adds a playful yet polished touch to any outfit. A polka dot blouse paired with wide-leg trousers channels 1940s sophistication, while a wrap dress in this print feels straight out of the 1950s. For a fresh take, try a midi skirt with asymmetrical polka dots or a puff sleeve top in black and white contrast. Accessorize with red lipstick, cat-eye sunglasses, and a sleek updo to complete the retro aesthetic. Polka dots work beautifully in monochrome or mixed with pastels, making them a versatile choice for spring.
High-waisted trousers are a vintage-inspired essential that flatters every figure. Inspired by the 1940s and 1950s, these trousers elongate the legs and create a sleek silhouette. Opt for wide leg or tapered styles in lightweight wool, linen, or crepe for spring. Pair with a tucked-in blouse, a cropped sweater, or a fitted bodysuit for a balanced look. Neutral tones like beige, cream, or soft gray keep it timeless, while bold colors like emerald or rust make a statement. Complete the outfit with loafers, block heels, or even sneakers for a contemporary twist. High-waisted trousers prove that vintage tailoring never goes out of style, offering both comfort and sophistication. Puff sleeves add a touch of vintage drama to any spring outfit. Inspired by the Romanticism of the 18th century and revived in the 1980s, this detail elevates blouses, dresses, and even jackets. A puff-sleeve midi dress in a soft pastel hue feels dreamy yet refined, while a puff-sleeve blouse tucked into high-waisted jeans strikes the perfect balance between retro and modern. For a subtle take, try sleeves with gentle gathers rather than extreme volume. This trend works beautifully in lightweight fabrics like cotton voile or silk, ideal for breezy spring days. Pair with delicate jewelry and soft waves for a cohesive vintage-inspired look. No spring wardrobe is complete without a classic trench coat. Originating from military styles of the early 20th century, this piece exudes sophistication. Choose a belted silhouette in beige, cream, or soft pink for a feminine touch. Layer over dresses, tailored separates, or even jeans for effortless polish. For a vintage feel, look for details like epaulettes, double-breasted buttons, and a storm flap. A mid-length trench is versatile for both casual and formal occasions, while a long maxi version adds drama. Whether you're running errands or attending a spring soiree, a trench coat elevates any outfit with timeless elegance. A silk scarf is the ultimate vintage-inspired accessory that adds instant elegance to any spring outfit. Popularized in the 1950s and 1960s by style icons like Grace Kelly and Audrey Hepburn, this versatile piece can be worn in countless ways, tied around the neck as a neckerchief, draped over the shoulders, or even wrapped around a handbag for a chic touch. Opt for floral, geometric, or abstract prints in soft pastels or bold hues to complement your look. For a Parisian-inspired outfit, pair a silk scarf with a striped Breton top and high-waisted trousers. Alternatively, tie it onto a straw hat for a garden party-ready ensemble. The beauty of a silk scarf lies in its ability to transform even the simplest outfit into something sophisticated and intentional. Pearls have long been associated with timeless femininity, and they remain a must-have for vintage-inspired spring looks. Instead of saving them for formal occasions, try incorporating pearls into your everyday style. A single-strand necklace layered with delicate chains feels fresh and modern, while pearl earrings, whether studs or drops, add a subtle touch of elegance. For a bold take, try a pearl-embellished headband or a brooch pinned to a blazer. Pearls pair beautifully with pastel dresses, crisp white blouses, and even denim for a refined contrast. The key is to wear them with confidence, proving that vintage glamour can be effortlessly wearable. The midi skirt is a vintage staple that flatters every body type while offering endless styling possibilities. Inspired by the 1940s and 1950s, this hemline hits just below the knee, creating a modest yet feminine look. Choose full-circle skirts in floral prints for a romantic vibe, or opt for pencil-style midis in solid colors for a more tailored aesthetic. Pair with tucked-in blouses, cropped sweaters, or fitted bodysuits to define the waist. For footwear, ballet flats, loafers, or block heels keep the look polished. The midi skirt is perfect for spring, light enough for warmer days but still elegant for any occasion. No vintage-inspired look is complete without a pair of cat-eye sunglasses. This iconic frame shape, beloved in the 1950s and 1960s, adds instant retro flair to any outfit. Whether you prefer subtle, rounded cat eyes or dramatic winged frames, this style enhances femininity while providing sun protection. Tortoiseshell, gold, or pastel-colored frames work beautifully for spring. Pair them with a red lip and a silk scarf for a full vintage effect, or wear them with modern minimalist outfits for a playful contrast. Cat-eye sunglasses are a small detail that makes a big impact, proving that accessories can elevate even the simplest looks. The shirtwaist dress, a tailored, button-down style with a defined waist, is a vintage favorite that remains incredibly chic today. Originally popular in the 1950s, this dress is both practical and polished, making it ideal for work, brunch, or even a casual day out. Look for versions in lightweight cotton, linen, or seersucker for spring. Belted styles enhance the silhouette, while subtle details like ruffled collars or puff sleeves add romance. Pair with loafers or sandals for a daytime look, or dress it up with heels and statement earrings. The shirtwaist dress proves that vintage-inspired fashion can be both comfortable and sophisticated. While gloves may seem like a relic of the past, they can add a touch of vintage elegance to spring outfits. Short, wrist-length gloves in lace or satin pair beautifully with sleeveless dresses for garden parties or weddings. For a more casual take, try cropped leather gloves with a trench coat. Neutral shades like ivory, blush, or black keep the look refined, while bold colors make a statement. Though not an everyday accessory, gloves can elevate special occasions, proving that vintage details still have a place in modern wardrobes. The Peter Pan collar, a flat, rounded neckline, brings a touch of vintage sweetness to spring blouses and dresses. Popular in the 1920s and again in the 1960s, this detail adds youthful charm without being overly girlish. Look for collars on puff-sleeve blouses, fit and flare dresses, or even sweater vests. Pair with high-waisted skirts or trousers for a balanced look. For a modern twist, try contrasting collars, like white on black, or embroidered details. This small design element makes a big difference in creating a polished, retro-inspired aesthetic. For evening wear, a structured clutch bag channels vintage Hollywood glamour. Opt for beaded, embroidered, or satin designs reminiscent of the 1920s and 1950s. A metallic or jewel-toned clutch pairs beautifully with a little black dress or a floral midi. For daytime, a woven straw clutch adds a retro touch to spring outfits. The key is to choose a shape that feels intentional, whether boxy, envelope style, or minaudière. A clutch is the perfect finishing touch for a vintage-inspired evening look. Headbands are a simple yet effective way to incorporate vintage charm into your spring style. Thin, knotted headbands evoke the 1920s, while wider, fabric-wrapped styles recall the 1950s. Pearl-embellished or floral-adorned headbands add a romantic touch to updos or loose waves. For a modern take, try a printed silk scarf tied as a headband. This accessory works with everything from casual sundresses to tailored suits, proving that vintage details can be effortlessly wearable. The Peplum top, a fitted bodice with a flared ruffle at the waist, is a vintage-inspired piece that enhances curves beautifully. Popular in the 1940s and 1980s, this style adds volume where it's most flattering. Pair with pencil skirts or slim trousers for a balanced look. For spring, opt for lightweight fabrics like cotton or chiffon in pastels or bold prints. A Peplum blazer also offers a sophisticated take on this retro trend. Brooches are a forgotten vintage accessory that deserves a comeback. Whether floral, art deco, or pearl embellished, they add personality to blazers, scarves, or even hats. Pin one to a lapel, the waist of a dress, or a handbag strap for a subtle retro touch. This small detail can make an outfit feel intentional and polished. The wrap dress, popularized by Diane von Furstenberg in the 1970s, remains a vintage-inspired staple. Its universally flattering silhouette suits all body types, while the wrap detail adds a touch of retro elegance. Choose floral or geometric prints for spring, and pair with wedges or sandals for a breezy daytime look. Mary Jane's, rounded toe shoes with a strap, are a vintage footwear essential. Whether in patent leather for a polished look or in suede for a softer touch, they pair beautifully with midi skirts, dresses, and cropped trousers. For spring, try them in pastel shades or with a low block heel for comfort. Vintage-inspired fashion allows us to embrace the elegance of the past while keeping our looks fresh and modern. From fit and flare dresses to pearl accessories, these styles celebrate femininity in a way that never goes out of fashion. We hope this video has inspired you to incorporate retro touches into your spring wardrobe. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to Fashion Flow and Style for more mature women's fashion tips. What's your favorite vintage trend? Let us know in the comments below. Until next time, stay stylish and timeless.